How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. France have now released their side. I did a video earlier in relation to New Zealand squad that was released, and yeah, this is going to be an interesting game. So please like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow, and let's get into it. So looking at the squad, um, power, pace. I'm loving that Villiers is back in. We are seeing Atasogbe again at 14, Leo Barre at 15, and then Hastoy and Legarec at 9 and 10. Whew. Honestly, Brennan's last game, I wasn't convinced with. Um, Fisher, Giard, I still really like Giard at 5. I really like Giard at 5. He's been played a lot at 8. I can understand why. He's very athletic. He's a big powerhouse player. I just feel 5, you know. But he's probably one of the better playing 8s right now for the squad. So, I mean, looking at the squad, we have Slimani, Bugarit, and then Erdocio as as the pack. Halagahu, Uhadu as the lock pairings. Brennan, Giard, Fisher as the back row. Hastoy, Gayak as the halfback pairing. Atisogbe, Villiers out wide. Di Portere and Fickou coming in as captain. He's gonna play a very, very big part in this game as centers. And then Leo Barre at 15. In terms of the bench, they got Barlow, Malay, Bamba, Taufifenua, Tisserand, Bocaton, Dalbania, and then Gaeton. I can definitely see Gaeton coming on. Gaeton coming in second half, potentially for Villiers, maybe even for Di Portere. I think Gaeton could also play at that outside outside center. Oh, I don't know. New Zealand are playing a very rotated side. So if they're going to have a chance to beat them, it's going to be now. I have New Zealand to win by 15 because I still think that this New Zealand side that's coming up is going to be far too strong for this French side. It's definitely a side that's going to be building. They're growing with every single game. They are bonding so much better, but there's still too much inexperience on the field. I mean, don't get me wrong. And New Zealand are playing a lot of inexperienced players as well, but it's going to come down to how quickly France can move the ball and if they can get onto the ball, because they need to stop New Zealand from controlling the game. When you have a player like Cortez Ratima and a player like Damien McKenzie, they thrive on controlling the game because then they are going to dictate play. And then once they dictate play, it's damn near enough impossible to get anything out of them. Because even then, they got Ardi Surveyor at 8, who's going to be fighting for everything. He's going to be pushing out. He's going to be clearing out. He's going to be jackling. He's going to be doing everything in his in his power to get that ball, right? He's going to do absolutely everything in his power to get that ball. And then, Fabian Holland, same thing. He's a big monster of a player. Tui Pelutu, big monster of a player. And then they still got to deal with players like Tyrell Lomax and Ethan de Groot. So I cannot see the side winning up against New Zealand. I think they're definitely going to put them through their paces. I think they are definitely going to keep up with them up until mid second half. And then I just feel New Zealand are going to take it away. They got the legs, they got the experience, they got the bench as well. And then I just feel New Zealand are going to have far, far too much. I was so excited for this French side, especially their first time. Their first game got me so excited because of the performance that they put in. But Razor, he's made the necessary changes. He's changed things up. The players that he's playing, you see the style that he's playing as well. They need to find a way to keep the ball. They need to find a way to keep their hands on the ball. That pressure that New Zealand is ultimately going to be putting on them is going to be very, very hard. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up with that. And then the flair, that excitement that the All Blacks bring, that unpredictability that the All Blacks bring. Again, completely different story. I don't know. I have the All Blacks to win by 15. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see France to win because that would just add so much excitement for this young French side to actually get a win up against this dominant New Zealand side. But I just feel All Blacks are going to go 3-0 on this, and they're just going to have far too much. They're just going to have far too much. But I think if France are to get anything out of this game, Fickou is going to need to control that defensive line. He's going to have to control he's going to have to control his line. He's going to have to control his players. They're going to have to keep solid heads on them, concede as little penalties as possible. They cannot let their temperament get the better of them. And they need to get back into position quickly. They cannot be going down and then walking back. They need to be getting up and then sprinting their backsides back into place, because by the time they hit that floor, Cortez Ratima is going to be there and he's going to be pushing that ball out. He is going to be putting on as much pressure as possible on the French. So the French are going to need to be playing their backsides off. They're going to need to have their legs burning so much. They're just going to want to sit down and just cry of pain by the end of the game. Ratim is going to move that ball fast. And then Damien McKenzie is just going to cause absolute destruction. He's going to find those little holes. So when these French players go down, when they go in for that tackle, when they hit that floor, they better be jumping up and then sprinting back into position, because that's the only way they're going to keep New Zealand out of their 22. And when New Zealand are in their 22, you know that they're going to be using players like Taro Lomax. He's going to be going for contact. Ethan de Groot, he's going to be going for contact. Holland and Tuipulotu, they're going to be going for contact. They are going to be pushing and pushing. We're going to be seeing lineouts into mauls on that try line and then pushing through. So they need to keep their hands on the ball. They need to be getting up as quickly as possible, getting back into position, and then forcing errors on the All Blacks. That's easier said than done. But I think that's the only way they're going to get anything out of this game. Individually, this French side is stacked with talent, not necessarily with experience. A lot is still to be said, and like Villiers, he's experienced. Fickou, he's experienced. Le Garec, he's young, but he's still he's got a good amount of caps to his name. For what it is. Slimani, he's an older player. He's experienced. But when you look at the likes of your Brennans, your Hastoy, your Atisogbe, Leo Barre, they got so much still more to give and so much to prove. And by the 2027 World Cup, they're going to be monsters and they're going to be scary. But this squad up against this New Zealand side, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys think in relation to this. And do you think they can do it? So drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.